If you know anything about East Noble head coach Luke Amstutz, you know he's always thinking ahead. Sometimes it's like he can see the future. Well, with this current senior class, he did see the future. When they were sophomores, they made up a third of the starters on the state runner-up squad, and after making it to the final day of that season's calendar, Amstutz and his staff marked their calendars for this season.
They've been the face of the program for the last 4 years, and I'm excited, everything they've put in, I'm excited to see it pay off this year.
Most team seniors see their final season as something they've waited for. It's their time. Not the Knights.
We haven't really waited for it, we've kind of chased it. We've all chased our opportunities, and whenever we're given them, we make the most of them.
Our time, I guess we haven't been waiting for it, we've just been waiting for another opportunity to get back to the main goal, which is state.
To reach that main goal, they'll need to replace their main guys in the offensive backfield. And last year, that was Cole Schupak at quarterback and Justin Marcellus at tailback. Schupak threw for 800 yards and 8 touchdowns, and together, those two combined to rush for 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns. But more important than replacing that production will be
replacing that confidence that those guys had. Both of those guys were multi-year starters, state championship game experience starters, and now we hand the ball to a sophomore.
That would be sophomore Xander Brazel, presumably the Knights' next quarterback. Now, the fact that he's surrounded by all these veteran guys who know exactly what it's like to be a youngin' in an important spot, that's gonna help. But what's really gonna help is the fact that this offense returns its top 4 receivers from 2020 and that its O-line is in excellent shape.
Actually, the whole offensive line returns from last year, so we're gonna help them and help them the run game and just make it so much easier for them. Like once they mess up, we're gonna be there to help them and get up and keep going. So I think the offensive line is definitely gonna be huge.
The running back responsibility rests with Kanan Carrico, one of those seasoned seniors. Mostly on defense, but last year he did have 30 carries for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. That workload is gonna go way up, at least until Brazel settles in a bit.
That ball is going to be handed off quite a bit, and that's going to be kind of our identity. And as our quarterback situation improves every day, we'll get more and more confidence throwing the ball down the field, and we want to throw the ball down the field for sure.
Whenever that time comes, these receivers will be ready, particularly Nick Munson and Rowan Zolman. Munson's numbers from 2020, 41 catches for more than 500 yards and 3 touchdowns. Zolman's numbers, 26 catches, 10 of which were touchdowns, and just shy of 500 yards for the season. Overall, this offense returns 9 starters. And actually a similar number comes back on the defensive side too. So basically, you're just gonna see a bunch of familiar faces all over the field.
Trace Holiday, you got Nick Munson at corner.
Nolan Rhodes and Dalton Stinson and Kanan Carrico and Bryce Charles. We have a lot of guys that are maybe more leaders by example.
Here's 2 new names to be aware of, Damon Bentley and Trevor Conley. Those 2 are juniors, and they've waited their turn to play linebacker, sitting behind a dominant duo from last season. That would be Cole Schupak and Jacob Van Gorder. For reference, on top of his quarterbacking duties, Schupak totaled 86 tackles. Van Gorder totaled 137, including 12 tackles for loss. Those are big shoes to fill. But just like the new starters on offense, Conley and Bentley are blessed with a bunch of experience all around them.
It's super beneficial. I mean, they're seeing 3-year starters who've been competing for a very long time, who've been working for a very long time. They see their work ethic and everything like that. It just pushes them to be better.
On each unit of this East Noble team, there's special talent, even special teams. Similar to last year, actually, when then senior kicker Christian Sanchez broke the school record for longest field goal 3 different times. Now, Nick Klein is coming into the kicking duties, and guess what?
Maybe even better, he boots it in the end zone on kickoff, and he kicks field goals with a lot of confidence, and he's got a big leg, so that's a big plus for us.
To summarize this all very simply, East Noble is a complete team. And if they complete this season with the storybook ending they're hoping for, these seniors should go down as the most storied class this school has ever seen. Their last ride kicks off August 20th at Plymouth. They can't wait, and neither can we. We'll see you then. This has been Blake Baker with Summit City Sports.
Knights on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice!